How y'all today? Otho Gold wants to talk about something that often doesn't come up in conversation much anymore, but it's something that I grew up with and many of my peers grew up with, and that's whoopings, corporal punishment. Yeah, we don't talk about that in our society much anymore because it's pretty much kind of fallen by the wayside, and I guess that's a good thing. But you know, when we were growing up, we got into mischief all the time. We were always being naughty. And so parents had to deal with that naughtiness by using either a board, you know, they paddle the bottom, or they break off a switch. Moms like switches. They'd switch the bare legs. Or both moms and dads sometimes use a belt, you know, you just paddle that bottom. Well, I remember being naughty so much that my daddy would line us up in the summertime. Well, to be specific, let me give you context. My cousins would come down from California, and they'd spend 6 weeks with us. Well, my God, we were always getting into trouble during the day. Well, it got to the point that Daddy would line us all up first thing in the morning. He'd take out his belt, paddle our butt, because he knew we were going to get into mischief. He wanted to get that off the plate first thing in the morning. I can't believe that we succumbed to that. But that's the way that dads and moms dealt with kids back then. You know, I was so accustomed to getting paddlings that I actually made my daddy a custom paddle for Christmas. Yeah. I called it the Wild Howard Special. So I hand carved this beautiful paddle made out of the end of a fruit crate, wooden fruit crate, carved the handle, wrapped the handle with leather, tied it off with leather thongs, and then hand painted Wild Howard Special and a little caricature of my dad smoking a pipe on there. You know, I gave that to him for Christmas, and when he opened that up, both of my brothers looked at one another, and later in life they told me they thought at that time, what's wrong with Otho? Why is he doing that? But I was just so accustomed to getting paddlings, and probably justifiably so much of the time, that I thought it was perfectly natural to make my daddy a paddle so he could whoop our butts. Now, I know y'all are thinking that's something wrong with that. And I guess there is, but that's the way it was. I'm sure every one of you's got stories about the paddle, the belt, and the switch. Because moms and dads used those quite frequently because we were all mischievous. Well, it's a good thing we don't see that much anymore. But anyway, I'm just reliving a few moments of my past. Wanted to share some thoughts with you. Y'all be good.